Add a list of cards. Do a 6-7 right? No. What I'm doing right now is I'm just gonna show you guys some budget-friendly cards that you should pick up that will help you against like the lower tier, maybe even like mid-tier decks, right? Bottomless Trap Hole is a normal card. This is a normal, and this used to be one of the most powerful stopping traps in the game. There's other trap holes, I believe. They're a little more narrow that are lower rarity as well, like maybe rare. Let me see. Yeah, so Treacherous Trap Hole, if you play no other traps, Treacherous Trap Hole is pretty good. If you have no traps in your graveyard, target 2 monsters on field, destroy them. And it doesn't even have to be on summon. Really good. Time Space Trap Hole, that's another good one right here. When your opponent summons from the extra deck or hand, which means it stops pendulum summons. Evenly Match is too good, and it's an SR. Evenly Match is really good, but I'm not talking about super. Yes, I have a list of cards that are super that you guys should make, but right now we're not talking about supers. Right now we're talking about rares and stuff. Time Space Trap Hole, really strong back row card. It's a common, right? It's a normal. You're spending 30 on this, and it's 30 normal. Who gives a shit? You're gonna get rid of so many normals while you're playing the game. And then Floodgate Trap Hole, another good trap hole card. This sets the monster face down, whether it was normal summon or special summon, from anywhere. And if it's monsters, as in they summon 2 or 3 monsters at the same time, they all get set face down and they cannot change the battle positions. Very good card. I don't. I think Mirror Forces are too slow. Now, if you want to play Mirror Forces, I think you should be playing another card that we'll talk about instead here in a second. So, where is the card I'm looking for? Book of Moon! Book of Moon! There we go, Book of Moon. This is a Duel Links staple, right? This is one of the most powerful and versatile spell cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. This card is okay in the TCG. Relatively good. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. What I like about this card is that you can use it to stop people from going into synchro plays, exceed plays, and link plays. And it also stops you from getting hit by floodgate monsters. Monsters like Vanity's Fiend or Shaddoll Window, right? Monsters that have some sort of inherent floodgate effect. Jinza, some sort of inherent floodgate effect that you can't get over because your deck just can't handle it. Book of Moon is a really good answer to it, and it sets the monster face down. A lot of monsters have less defense than attack. Hi Haseo, how are you doing? Another good card that kind of does relatively the same thing. Forbidden Chalice. I need to find more cards to put in my extra. I can't help you with that. Most of the good generic extra cards are super or ultra. Forbidden Chalice. Target 1 monster on the field until the end of this turn. It gains 400 attack, but its effects are negated. You can use this as some sort of a back row. You can use it as a more aggressive way to stop monsters from activating their effects. But is there no Jinzo in this game? There should be Jinzo. Yes, link summons are considered special summons. Yes. Anything other than a normal summon is a special summon. Correct. This is another good card. This is actually a meta staple right now. This is Haseo. How did you get a sub? Who must have gifted you? Anyways, appreciate it. Whoever gifted Haseo a sub or is subbed. Cool. This is another really good card, and it's a rare. This is an actual meta staple. This is something that you're going to see in a lot of meta decks. They're going to use this to kind of stop those floodgate monsters and then try to run them over or try to out them in some way. Another good trap as removal that I think a lot of people kind of sleep on a lot, and it's only a rare. This card is ridiculous. I'm trying to make an anti-special summon deck. Prince of Tribute. I picked up 3 of these already. I have had 3 of these. I saw this card and I was like, it's a rare. Instant pickup, instant cop. Picked up 3. When a monster is summoned, destroy all monsters on the field. This is the stopgap that Mirror Force is used for, right? So against a lot of players that are gonna be running back row hate, like MSTs and Solemn Judgments and Twin Twisters, Harpy's Feather Duster, Lightning Storms, this is better because it's a lot more reactive. If they start their turn, they have to remove this before they start their turn. They can't play through their whole turn, pop your stuff during the main phase with monster summons, and then go into battle phase and run into your Mirror Force because they got rid of it beforehand. This will immediately stop that as a problem. That card wins duels for sure. This, yeah, 100%. Turn control is ridiculous. Turn control is way better than Mirror Force. Another really good one that's also a common is Compulsory Evacuation Device. Compulsory Evacuation Device. I haven't picked up my set yet, but we will soon here. So you just target one monster on the field and you return it to the hand. You can use this for your own monster. You can use this on your opponent's monsters. You can use this to stop an attack during the battle phase, right? You can use this for so many things. This game doesn't have Vanity's Ambition. What the fuck is that? Is it a new card? If not, it has it. It might just be banned. Also a rare, right? Very, very good card to pick up early for good back row stopgaps. Mystical Space Typhoon. I think you start with a set. I think you start with a full set of Mystical Space Typhoon. You do. You start with a full set of Mystical Space Typhoon. Here's your back row answer right here. Mystical Space Typhoon. No reason not to play this card, especially in the early goings of the game, where you're going to see a lot of people. You're going to see a lot of people running back row to kind of out you and not allow you to play the game, right? What is the last card I was thinking of showing you guys today? I believe there was one other card. Damn, I can't remember. Go to Book of Moon. Oh, I remember now. This card is a little more situational, a little more niche, specifically because of the fact that you have to discard a card, but it's a hard answer to anything that can be targeted. Phoenix Wing Wind Blast. Discard one card, target one card your opponent controls, place it on the top of the deck, removes it essentially from the game, gets rid of it. Honorable mention to Karma Cut and Raigeki Break, but I think that this card is a lot stronger because if something resists destruction, something says this card cannot be destroyed or this card cannot be banished, this just spins the shit back to the top of the deck. There are versions of this card that that are spells, right? And they're faster, but they're also less versatile because you can only use them during your turn. A card like Back to Square One, which is a pretty handy removal piece as well in like older formats of Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not too great now. It's a normal, right? See, this is a normal, so they even know that the value of it is just less. Discard one card, target one monster field, place the target on the top of the deck. This is not a quick play, so it just makes it inherently worse. It just means you can use it during your turn instead of using your opponent's turn. It also can't hit back row. It can only hit. Same with Dark Core, which banishes a monster just like Back to the Front does, right? It's back to the front, but banishes instead of spinning it to the top of the deck. And that is also a normal spell. So there's going to be a lot of cards like this. Honorable mention, if you have a deck that like spams out the field like crazy, and I think you start with these. I think you start with a set of Ballista Squads. You start with 2 Ballista Squads. Make yourself a third. Cannot dismantle. Yeah, you start with 2. Tribute one monster field, target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. Make yourself a third. Totally worth it. I just don't play because none of the decks I have usually have extra monsters. But if you end on a lot of extra monsters, and right now your extra deck's not full, so you're like, I just have these extra monsters and they're like 1200 attack. They're just gonna run over it. No, they're not. Trade with them.